As of the 14th of March 2022, LeBron James became the first player to record at least 10,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds. As he inches closer to retirement, records continuously fall at his feet, as only 5 days later on the 19th of March, he became second in all-time career points, surpassing Karl Malone's record, which stood for 22 years, as the only player to come close to that was the late great Kobe Bryant.
No. Everyone's standing around the perimeter.
Diving LeBron, and there it is!
There it is.
The kid from Akron, LeBron James, has come into the nation's capital and has passed the mailman, Karl Malone, and is now number 2 all-time in scoring in the history of the NBA.
Yet with all these accomplishments under his career, the question remains, is he the greatest player of all time? By now it should be clear it's only between Jordan and James. Why isn't he unanimously considered the greatest player of all time? Just in 2020, a poll of 600 people done by Bleacher Report said that they had Michael Jordan as the GOAT. They even believed that Michael Jordan was a better playmaker than LeBron. So today, I want to break down what LeBron James has done in his career and what more he may need to do in order to steal the title of GOAT away from Michael Jordan. To understand his greatness and all that he's accomplished throughout his career, we have to go back to June 26, 2003, where he received his first honor after being selected with the #1 pick in the 2003 NBA draft. Now, although this honor does go to players such as Anthony Bennett as well, him being selected #1 in a draft that contained 17 NCAA players and 6 international players as a high school student should be a testament of what was believed of LeBron. His first season was a bang. He averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on a team that didn't want him.
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, though. His potential is probably, the sky's the limit for him, though.
He will earn awards like 5 Rookie of the Month, Rookie First Team, and Rookie of the Year, whilst also being the youngest player to score 1,000 points. Going into his second season, he only sped up his trajectory. He actually had the highest increase in plus-minus from a rookie season to a sophomore season. Coincidentally, MJ had the worst, but all he wanted to do in this season was break records. He became the youngest player to score 50 points, turned into a 27-point scorer whilst almost shooting 50% from the field, and finished 6th in MVP voting whilst only in his second season. His rookie contract was littered with record-breaking and a lot of carrying the Cavs on his back. During this time, he became the youngest player to score 50 points with 10 assists, took the Cavs above 500 for the first time in 7 years, and became the youngest player to score 10,000 points whilst becoming the Cavs' all-time leading scorer, to finish top 5 in MVP voting in 4 consecutive years. He finally won MVP in 2009, then became the 10th player in NBA history to repeat winning MVP the following year. But consecutively losing in the finals wasn't enough to keep LeBron interested in the Cavs, which ultimately led to his infamous trade to the Heat, which many consider to be the start of super teams. After LeBron moved to Miami, his reign over the NBA would not stop there. In his third season, he finished third in MVP voting, leading the Heat to the second highest record in the league and leading them to the finals. However, against the Dallas Mavericks, we all know how terribly LeBron played. After a horrendous performance in the finals, he had to come back with a bang, and that he did. He decided to win MVP, Finals MVP, and obviously a championship all in one season, then won MVP, Finals MVP, and another ring the next season. Unfortunately, his failure to win a ring in his final year of his contract led to him becoming a free agent. In the free agency, LeBron would pull a move that would take him out of the role of the villain and put him back to the role of the hometown hero, where he'd go to Cleveland and team up with a young Kyrie. Although his first season wasn't successful, in his second season he managed to do what many thought to be impossible and win 4 straight games against arguably the best team in NBA history to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland.
He catches, one dribble, steps back, puts up a 3, won't go, rebound tip taken by Spades, final seconds, it's over, it's over! Cleveland is a city of champions once again! The Cavaliers are NBA champions! Cleveland's long sports nightmare has ended. The drought is over. 52 years. Time to celebrate a title.
That would be the highlight of his stint in Cleveland, because next year Golden State would add arguably the best scorer in NBA history, Kevin Durant. This was clearly too much for the Cavs, as they would lose 4-1 to the Golden State Warriors in the NBA final. Along with losing the second star in Kyrie Irving and mixed matching young players and old players in their next season didn't go any better. LeBron would put up the 650th point performance in the NBA Finals, only to lose to Game 1 due to JR's infamous blunder. In this series, they've become the 9th team in NBA history to be swept in the finals, along with this being the second time it's happened to LeBron. Now the Los Angeles Lakers, after a lackluster first season where he'd lose his 13-year playoff performance streak, he would bounce back in the bubble season and would take an easy road to quote-unquote the hardest ring ever.
But at the end of the day, I've heard a lot of people say that, there's going to be, how you guys say, the star next to this championship. I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to be the toughest, championship you could ever win, because, the circumstances are really, really tough right now. So Whoever wants it more is going to be able to go out there and take it.
And as of this moment, this is his last ring. His final 2 seasons with the team have been lackluster to say the least, getting bounced out the first round last year and not even making playoffs this year. But throughout those years, he's consistently been climbing the ranks and breaking records, so why isn't he considered the GOAT? First is legacy. From what I know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the first player considered the best player of all time. But Michael Jordan came and took that title from him, becoming the first player synonymous with the title of GOAT. Certain people even said that Jordan was the best before he even joined the NBA. As well as that, when he claimed that title, he was clear-cut the #1 best player of all time, and it was relatively uncontested. He was the most electrifying, untouchable, undisputed icon of the NBA. He was the rock of the NBA. So to many, it may seem as though LeBron hasn't done enough to replace Michael the same way Michael replaced Kareem. It seems as though LeBron is trying to replace Michael while leaving space for contention. The second reason is quite simple. He's not there yet. LeBron has accomplished plenty in his career. If Michael Jordan didn't exist, it would be clear-cut LeBron James as the GOAT. However, Michael does exist, meaning contention between the two is always going to exist as well. Between their respective careers, there is 2 championships, 3 all-defensive teams, an MVP, 2 finals MVPs, 9 scoring championships, 3 steal championships, and 1 defensive player of the year in favour of Michael Jordan. Now, for any other player, this would be a Hall of Fame career, and to be fair, there's probably a Hall of Fame career in between them in favour of LeBron's accolades. However, it's only these 2 people in conversation, and the margin between them is so minute that it leaves contention for the public to argue against LeBron. Finally, impact. Though it might sound crazy, LeBron is still in the middle of his career. He said he wanted to play at least 1 season with his son, and his son, Bronny, is only 17 years old. He isn't eligible for the draft for at least 2 more years. LeBron still playing means that he hasn't cemented his role as the GOAT yet. Michael Jordan created Jordan Brand, which is arguably the biggest streetwear shoe in the market. His shoe literally transcended basketball and went into fashion. He made the OG Space Jam, which is an all-time classic, created a culture around the balls, and even became a GOATed meme.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
In contrast to this, LeBron created the LeBron Soldier lines, and although they are solid basketball shoes, people say they're more tailored to bigs and aren't very stylish. He produced a second Space Jam, which has got a 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb. His best meme is literally just a kid saying his name over and over again.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
And for the last 4 years, people have been saying he's been chasing Kobe's legacy on the Lakers. Michael Jordan's impact on basketball and the world is phenomenal, and LeBron has had his own impact on the game, but the value of it is debatable compared to MJ. Now personally, taking the GOAT conversation out of basketball in terms of streetwear and shoe quality seems stupid to me, but in this instance, if we are factoring it in, LeBron's legacy and cultural impact doesn't compare to MJ. Yes, he did build a school which helped struggling families, to simplify it, it's a lot deeper than that. But people really don't care about that when discussing the GOAT, even though they should. I don't think people were saying the GOAT before Michael Jordan, and he's become so synonymous with that title that people aren't even allowing someone to attempt to take it, and in this case, that's LeBron. But what do you think? Do you think LeBron's the GOAT, or do you think that he still has more to accomplish in his career before he can clear-cut take that title? If you like the video, like the video. If you don't. Subscribe if you want. I'm done. Okay, bye.